Welcome to your thriving heart technique. In this tool that takes 1 to 2 minutes to practice once you understand what to do, this tool has helped every one of my clients who practice this, as well as myself, to feel more at ease, more at peace, to be more relaxed, as well as if you feel a lot of so much grief that sometimes you feel pain in your chest. It helps soothe with that as well. For us who feel depressed, this tool help you feel a little bit more lifted. It's also help, particularly when you practice the more expanded version, which I'll describe in a moment, to be able to actually fall asleep. I used to have insomnia in the past, and this helped falling asleep as well. And so what I'm going to do in this video is to start with, I'm going to describe this tool, this thriving heart technique for you. And then after that, I'm going to give you an example, a shorter versions on how to do that. And then I will share with you a few reminders. And so let's start with this. And this is adapted from the HeartMath Institute. And to start, all you need to do is to notice your inhale and your exhale. Now, one word with that. Many times we hear about deep breathing, deep inhale and deep exhale in all different versions of that. If you are comfortable doing deep breathing and you want to, you are welcome to do that. But for some of us, sometimes it's not convenient. Perhaps you are in public or something, or perhaps it is not comfortable, or you just cannot get yourself to the state of doing deep breathing. This thriving heart technique, you will be able to do it just as well without needing you to do deep breathing. And all you do is you notice your inhale and exhale a few cycles, 3 to 4 cycles of that. And then as you inhale, and your chest or your belly expands, depend on whether you breathe with your chest or breathe with your belly, right? As your chest or your belly expand, you imagine in your mind that your heart expand with your chest or your belly. It's expanding, almost like this background image here. It's expand in your chest. And then as you exhale and your chest or belly relax, your heart relax as well. And you do this, inhale, your heart, your chest or belly expand, your heart expand, and exhale, your chest or belly relax, and your heart relax. You do this anywhere, ideally between 5 to 9 times. But you feel some benefit even doing these 3 cycles, and some people will do this like 11 cycles. There's no magic number, ideally approximately 5 to 7 times. And then after that, you simply go back to noticing your inhale and exhale and do that for 3 to 4 cycles. And so with that, I invite you to go along with me, and you can do this with your eyes open. You can do this with your eyes closed. You can also simply be listening to the recording without watching the video. And I'm going to just give you an example, just kind of lead you if you come along with the example here. And so you just notice your inhale and notice your exhale. And notice your inhale and notice your exhale. Another inhale and exhale. Another inhale and exhale. And after that, on the next inhale, as you inhale, your chest or belly expand. Notice that your heart, imagine your heart expand in your chest as well, just gently. And as you exhale, your chest or belly relax and your heart relax as well. And on the next inhale, your heart expand, perhaps allowing it to be filled with fresh air. And as you relax, your heart relax, perhaps releasing any anguish or stress. And as you inhale, your chest or belly expand and your heart expand in your chest. And allow it perhaps to be filled with ease. And as you exhale, your chest or belly relax, and your heart relax, and perhaps release any pain and sorrow. And last one, as you inhale, your chest or belly expand, and your heart expand alongside. Perhaps allow it to be filled with love. And as you relax, your chest or belly relax, and your heart relax, and release to all any sadness, any anger, any anguish. And then you just notice as you inhale and you exhale and you inhale, knowing that with every inhale, you can continue to allow your heart to expand and to be filled with things that benefits you. And exhale and inhale and exhale, and notice that you exhale, you can continue to allow your heart and you to relax and release anything that no longer benefiting you. And as just notice another final inhale and another final exhale. And with that, you complete the shorter versions of this striving heart technique. Now, I mentioned there are a few reminders that I'm going to share with you. And the first reminders is, if you notice as you do this, that you feel a little bit of a buzzing, perhaps in your whole body, perhaps in kind of like a little bit of a tingling on your finger or your toes or both. Or perhaps some people, particularly if you do this for 5, 7, or even 9 cycles or longer, some people notice that feeling a little bit of lightheadedness. As long as that's all you feel, and once you complete that, it seems to improve, you are okay. Actually, if you feel any of those, it's an indication that you can benefit from this even more, that you can benefit from practicing this striving heart technique even more. If you don't feel anything, you'll still benefit this. And then perhaps it's an invitation for you to do 5 to 7 cycle or even 9 of the expanding part. But if you feel anything, it really tells that typically that you that was the extra oxygenations and the improvement in circulations just now that caused you to feel that way. And that's all right, as long as you do not feel faint. If you feel that you're going to faint, then you need to stop immediately. And of course, as with anything that has a physical, if you have any concern, you want to consult your physicians. So if you feel faint, you want to stop immediately. But if you just feel a little buzzing or a little tingling or a little slight lightheadedness at the beginning, that's all right. And I recommend practicing this technique. If you run into this technique, I recommend practicing this first thing in the morning, perhaps before you even get out of bed. Once you do this without all the explanations and so forth, you notice that it takes you about a minute at the most 2. So maybe before you even get out of bed, to do this in the morning, and then to also do this before bedtime, to do this in the morning, to do this before bedtime. Now, if you notice these sensations we just discussed, or you have things going on in your life, then it's beneficial to do a couple additional, 2-3 additional time throughout the day. And typically that is one of two things. If you notice a surge of emotions, something come up, perhaps it's a sadness, or perhaps you feel quite overwhelmed or something, to just tap into this and practice immediately. Another thing that many clients actually told me that they do is whenever they go to the bathroom, whenever you go to the bathroom, and you stand in front of at the sink and wash your hand, a lot of clients actually takes that opportunity to practice this. The shorter versions, the inhale, exhale, and then a few of the heart expansions and relaxation, and then the complete, and as you complete, dry your hand and things to complete with the inhale and exhale. And then they said, well, that's actually help us make sure that we wash our hand long enough as well. So kind of double win there, right? So if you notice of this benefit, do the practice a few times a day. And then the second reminder that I have for you is, some of us know the correct anatomical or the medical term for the heart when the heart expanding and relaxing. And that's not the exact classic, so to say, anatomical or medical term. But you want to use only the words that's described in this video. You want to use the word your heart relaxing, your heart expanding, and your heart relaxing. Your heart expanding and your heart relaxing. Use only that term and not the classic anatomical or medical term. In some scenario, it's counterproductive, so to say. So just keep that in mind. Use this the terms here in this video. And then the other part, the other reminder that I have for you as well is, if for some reasons doing this, or the concept of tuning into heart or thinking about the heart or anything, a mentioning of heart, is uncomfortable for you in any manner, shape, or form, because we all have different experience, then you can skip the mentioning of the heart. You can do this on your own, and you can skip the mentioning of the heart altogether. And so all you do is you notice your inhale and your exhale, and then you just imagine in your mind that your chest or expand, and you feel more expansive, not expansive, expansive. Pardon my accent. To feel more expansive, and then you exhale and your chest or belly relax, and you feel more relaxed. And you could skip at the beginning the heart part altogether. You do ideally want to endeavor to work yourself, and if you need support, feel welcome to connect with me. I'll share with you in a moment how to connect with me, but feel welcome to connect with me if you need support to be able to move forward beyond that, to the point that you actually able to incorporate the heart part, this expanding heart here. And so that is with that. And then the last reminder, and then a final tip is, the last reminder is, you do not need to do this perfectly. Many clients say, I'm not sure if I'm doing this perfectly. Nothing's perfect. If you notice, as I'm speaking with you, I'm far from perfect. Who's perfect, right? Nobody's perfect, and no one's meant to be perfect. I mean, if you look at your hand and my hand, it's not perfect, and so we simply just do the very best we can, and moment to moment. And so you want to just do the very best you can. And let's say you find this beneficial and you're like, I'm going to practice this every day, twice a day. And then you forget a couple of days and you're like, oh yeah, well, that's all right. Just go back to it. And at the same time, if you're not quite sure after watching this video and the description, you're like, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here, feel welcome to connect with me. And the last tip I didn't mention earlier is actually, you could use this with also actually, if you are interacting with somebody, let's say many of my clients, they might be interacting with people, they're speaking with people that stir their emotions, as well as you might be in the board meeting or a meeting with your clients, or you are, if you're an attorney, you are at the court or something, and you just feel, you can feel just getting unsettled here. You could actually use just the noticing your breathing. So all you do is you just notice your inhale and exhale. Just notice your inhale and your exhale. And the person you're speaking with will never even know. But if you, let's say, some people said, I feel I'm getting angry, or I feel I'm going to fall apart, then you just noticing, if you're in the middle of an interaction, all you do is notice the inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Do that 5 cycles, even just 3, but 5 to 7 cycles, and you will notice an immediate centering. So to say, you feel calmer, you feel more at ease. If you feel you're going to break down in tears, usually you'll be able to kind of get a hold of your emotions. Now, of course, if you're going through things, you do want to allow yourself additional support, and not just this, if you feel you might benefit from additional support. But otherwise, that is something you can do if you're in the middle of an interaction, so you don't snap or fall apart or something. And if you have any questions about this, about any form of grief classes or grief support, which is what I do as a grief specialist, feel welcome to connect with me. It's written down here below here. You can connect with me by emailing me at drtenforgrief@gmail.com. And that's all one word, Dr. Ten for grief, D as in dog, R as in Robert, T as in tango, A as in apple, N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, O as in orange, R as in Robert, G as in George, R as in Robert, I as in ice, E as in eagle, F as in Frank, at gmail.com. It's written down below this video. You're also welcome to connect with me through my website, joyfulrichesbeyondgrief.com. That's joyful, and then rich as in a full spectrum, joyful, rich life, RICHES, Joyful Riches, beyondgrief.com, as well as feel welcome to message us at area code 805-864-2002. Country code is United States country code 1. The number is also available on WhatsApp if you are international to the US. And so it's 1-805-864-2002. And I see that as you practice this technique, that you will be able to feel more at ease, to be able to feel more centered, to be able to feel more at to be able to feel a little bit of a soothing if you are in pain from grief. And that as you allow support, as you allow the correct type of help, I know that you will be able to be in a place that you would love to be, to be able to move through your grief and to navigate through your grief, and feel welcome, feel very welcome to reach out to me if you have any questions, if you'd like to know about how you might be supported as well. And I see that as you practice this, as you continue this, that you will be able to live a joyful, thriving life. And until I see you again, it's been an honor meeting you here, and connect with me anytime. I am here for you.